Hello folks, I want to give you a short overview of a new offering we have as part of Apsona for Salesforce, a batch gift entry feature for nonprofit organizations where you can add gift information in a batch whereby in a single screen you're able to create records related to contacts, donations, contact roles, and payments all together instead of having to navigate through multiple screens to create related records. And the batch gift entry feature also has the ability to create items in batches, in the sense that there's a holding area in which it maintains the batch items, and then when you're ready to commit all of the gift records into Salesforce, into your regular opportunity and contact role objects, you click one button and all of the items in the batch get committed. What I want to do is show you a demo, a really quick run through of the feature set of the UI. I don't want to take a lot of time on this. We'll have another video that shows in more detail all of the aspects of this UI. So let's take a look at the UI here. When you have batch gift entry enabled in your Apsona for Salesforce org, in your Apsona for Salesforce application, you will see an additional batches item, menu item in your menu bar, via which you create new batches and add items to existing batches. So here what we'll do is we'll create a new batch as an example. When you click this add button, you get this UI by which you're able to add a batch record, and when you specify a batch, you specify all of the fields that go into the batch. You select the fields that you want to go into a particular batch, which means obviously you can have different batches with different field sets. In this case, I have a batch that I'm going to use, which has a standard set of fields here, which come out of the box wired in. I'm going to add one more batch field here, let's say member level. And as you can see, when I check that box, the field appears in the list of fields available for the batch. And you'll see that when we start adding entries to the batch, the fields will appear in the form in exactly this order that you specify here. So let's give this batch a name. Let's call it June 1 batch. And let's say that the total amount of all the items we expect to be in the batch is $200, and the total items, there will be only 2 for this demo. Let's click Save. And you see that the newly created batch shows up at the top of the list and ready to add items to it. So let's click Add Entries. And now we will be taken to another screen here where you see the list of fields across the top shown in the same order as we chose in the batch creation UI. So let's start adding items to this batch. So let's say there's a donation from, let's say, Alan. So Alan Bauer, I think, is what I'm looking for. I type in a string here, ALA, and click search, and I pull up all of the contact records that match that character string. This is the one I'm looking for, so I will click it, and it fills the contact field for it. Let's say the donation we got was for $100. It pre-fills today's date, but of course, as a date picker, you can use to change the date field. Let's say this is in the posted stage, and now I want to find the payments associated, the pending payments associated with this contact. So if I click Find Matching Records, I see that there is one pending payment, which I will match against this contact, and then I click Save and New. And what happens is a new batch item gets created with this contact, which we just selected. Let me add one more batch item. This time I will create a new contact because I don't have this contact in my database. So I'm going to click this Add a New Person button. And let's say I'm going to say Bill Smith is the name of the contact. And I don't want to fill in anything else here. Let's just click Save. And it picks up Bill Smith as the contact entry here. Let's say the amount was $100. Same close date. I've tabbed through the rest of the items. Since there is no payment available for this newly created contact, I leave this blank. And I click Save and New, and I have a new record for a new batch item for the newly created contact. And it's telling us that we have $200 total entered of $200 for the batch, and there were 2 items that we have entered, which means that the batch is now complete. We can now commit. When you click this commit button, it'll go ahead and commit the items in the batch and create the data records associated with them. So when I click OK, it goes off and commits each of them and takes us back to the batch entries, the batch list screen, where you can now see that there are these 2 items, the batch items that have been committed. If you click any of these, for example, if you click this opportunity link, it will take us to the opportunity item that was updated as a result of this batch entry. And you see that there was a payment that was created for that object, for that item. Similarly, for the newly created contact, if I click this item, I get to Bill Smith's contact record, in which I have a contact role set up associated with the opportunity that was also created and the payment associated with that record. So you see that in this one screen, we're able to create all of the necessary items and link all of them together in one fell swoop. I want to stop at this point. Please reach out to us if you have questions about it. We'd be delighted to help you get started with using this feature. Thank you for watching.